Hello, 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 hello. Oh, let's go, let's go. Why does YouTube do this? Thundertube. Sunny Ants, Ebola, Ramaspril, Jack of all trades. What is up, guys? How is everybody doing this evening? Good, good, good. Well, we have a lot of waking up ants. The European ant keeper 01. Hello, hello, hello. What species is this? Well, tell me, guys, what species is this? No, it's not fungus. It's excrement. Hello, Arston. Ah, thank you. Hello, Texans, go Cineblocks. How's the fungus in the outworld? Good, I'll show you in a second. They are going bananas with that. 30 people in the stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe, people. The liking helps getting people into the stream. So, no, it's not a Pheidole. Guys, help him out. Hey, antimatters. Jake is back in the house. Jake, the flavus is out of hibernation. Guys, if you're bored after the stream, go check out Antimatter's last video. It's on Lasius flavus. He has them in a really cool setup. Temno! It's Temnophorax near Lundii. And we also call them the rice fields. That's all brood on the ground. Let me zoom in for you guys. It is brood upon brood upon brood. So, these ants came out of hibernation. I sent you a message, Thundertube, on Discord. I'll answer you in private there. These are acorn ants, yes. These are tiny ants, Cineblocks. This is a small nest, and they've been in here for forever. Funny thing is that there is actually an elate. Do you see it there on the lid? Whoop, come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. With the wings. So that is funny. Do they have a queen? Yes. But she is just a tiny bit bigger than the rest. So she's kind of hard to spot. So these girls I fed yesterday. So I am not going to feed them again. But I am going to show you most of the ants that came out of hibernation. I already had them out of the fridge last week, but they were still in a cold room. That's why I didn't show them yet. So So, I guess now that that our friend Jake is here, we should get the flavus out. So, back to our Lasius flavus. We have a 2-queen colony. And also, they came out of hibernation with a nice pile of brood. Oh, Carebara, lagen wij. Hey, crafting and recently got some Carebara diversa, and they came with almost no brood and 500 workers. They died out over 2 months period. Are they just doomed without a big test tube brood pile after shipping? Yeah, if they don't have brood, you have a problem. The small workers that do most of the work, so getting the food everywhere, taking care of the brood, they die in about 6 weeks. So if you get a colony that doesn't have a lot of brood, it's really tough to keep them going. And especially, did they also have a couple of mages? Because I would recommend taking the mages out. These are also small. And what are the black things? Yes, it's carcasses of red runners, and they have had them in the nest for the whole time. So yeah. Is it moldy? I actually don't know what they're doing. They're always climbing on it. It's not really moldy, so yeah. They are going to pop off. Yeah. We have Lasius flavus in our back garden, so that's cool. They had some bit mages. I might not try the species again, and I'm trying to get my hands on Pheidole Rhea. Yeah, Rhea are kind of similar, but I do prefer the Carebara. But next, I also had to take out a lot of mages. So, yeah. For this setup, it's the same. I fed them yesterday, but yeah, they're doing good. They came out of hibernation really well. As you can see, lots of numbers there. There's a few that's a bit lighter, so they're a lot younger. They are also running over here, and at the moment they are not. Oh yeah, there's actually one over there. So yeah, they're just really cute, underrated ants. Hello, Masu-san. I agree, Gerda. I also didn't know, and that's probably also why my first colony died. And now the second colony is also going up and down, but it's looking better for this colony. I'll show you I'll show you the diversa a little bit later, because the brood pile is going up again, so I'm really happy with that. I wish I could get Rhea, but I live in the Midwest of USA. Yeah, that's annoying. Okay, what else do you want to see? Let me know, else I'm just gonna grab them in random order, as you guys know. I was supposed to make a video on the ants getting out of hibernation, so you're going to get a bit of a spoiler this week, because everything that you're going to see now, you're also going to see in the video, but of course, with some nice music and a little bit faster, so. Bull ants. I'm not going to show the bull ants today. They are not ready. Nikos. The redliners are doing great. Good. The Lundii. The Lundii, I need to check my phone because I was a bit low on battery. Yeah, we have to wait a little bit with the Lundii because my phone is almost empty, and if I want to go to the Lundii, I have to take it off the charger. Should I grab the tiny devils? Who remembers what the tiny devils, what colony they were? It's all in the name. No, it's not the cigars. The tiny devils. Martin, you're up. These are the tiny devils. Crematogaster, yes. Crematogaster scutellaris. Now, these are the scuds, scutellaris. You can see it by their heart-shaped gaster. They're also called Valentine's ants or red scorpion ants. They are eating a lot, but they are also very hard to clean. And I'm going to show you a little bit more of their setup because it's a mess. Because this is their feeding corridor. And this is their nest. But as you can see, they filled it up with sand and are not using it. There's even a lot of dead ants in there. So I need to change this setup. After hibernation, of course. But where are they then? Where is the brood? Where are the eggs? Where is the queen? Double drinker. So are they happy? Are they doing good? They're doing good. Just not where we want them to be. But this is typical Crematogaster. So we need to find out what we're going to do with this setup. But yeah, it's a mess. Okay. Ready for the next one? Talking about messy ants, let's go to the most messy ants we have. Meow. Look at that. What are we looking at, guys? Messor barbarus, yes, with a lot of mess in there. And as you can see, quite a few workers. Also in the feeding corridor. And as we said, right before hibernation, we need to give them a new setup. Look at this, guys. I think we can start upgrading. So, what should we give them? I was thinking just to go to a complete medium setup. Oh, that is the queen. I was thinking of going to a complete medium setup. A mealworm. You don't give these mealworms. These eat seeds. Lots of seeds. But as you can see, a lot of workers. They don't need protein. It's just fine to give them seeds. No sugar, no protein. They get the protein from the seeds. Just give them a nice mix of grass seeds, chia seeds, and stuff like that. As you can see, again, a nice amount of brood. That's actually ant bread over there. So that's what they make from all the seeds. They just chew them up and they make ant bread. Ladies and gentlemen, Dante has entered the chat. What's up, Dante? Ants Ink Mania. I might actually have gotten this colony from Ants Ink Mania. Okay, let's go to the next colony. And what is the next colony going to be? You tell me. What are we looking at? Oh, well, a dead worker, a very active queen. What are we looking at? Tell me, guys. I'm going to hydrate the nest a little bit. Pavement ants. This is not Lasius niger. Because I think pavement ants was Lasius niger. Campos? No, they're not Campos. Formica fusca. Very well, Ebola. Yeah, it's Formica fusca. Also back out of hibernation. Sadly, I don't see any brood at the moment. Oh! Scratch that. We've got eggs. Woohoo! Those are fresh eggs because I did not see them yesterday when I was filming. So I'm not sure if it's gonna make it into the video for Friday. So, Formica fusca. Should we grab some compost? I am going to post a Lundii video soon, but not this month. First, I'm going to do the hibernation, out of hibernation, and after that, Lundii. Yeah, 1 year of Lundii. So, Campos. Sadie is not at the stream today. I talked to her for a long, long while, but this one is called Sadie. And what Camponotus is it, guys? Crematogaster, yes. So the queen is called Sadie because, well, I had some. I gave them away or sold them. I'm not sure anymore. And then Sadie was like, how could you? You need Crematogaster. Well, if Sadie says it, I have to listen. So I bought some new Crematogaster. And they came out of this, like this, out of hibernation. So they're, yeah, they have brood. Sorry, wrong camera angle. We got eggs, we got larvae. Looking really good. Do you know what the largest ant in the world is? I think it's gigas. Can you see in a bit of the... What was it again? Dinomyrmex gigas, I think. But I really, really like these ants. Okay. Do you want to see one of the most beautiful queens that I have? It is going to be another Campo. The only brown setup that we have. It is our Camponotus vagus. Full back queen. Quite big. And as you can see in the bottom left, with a nice pile of brood. My Crematogaster colony don't take any protein, any tips. They are afraid of dead fruit flies. They can be pretty skittish. I had the same thing at the beginning. But with protein, the best thing is to switch it up a little. So if you give them fruit flies, try some red runners, try some mealworms. Just look at what she likes. What is her size? She's not that big. She's like, I would say 15 millimeters. And while you guys are looking at that, I am gonna fill up their liquid feeder. It's not empty, but it's not full either. I am just so happy that all of the ants came out of hibernation really well. Everything just, there's brood, there's activity. By the way, guys, if you want to see a good video on hibernation, check out the video from Antastic Tom. He really explains it very well. Also, how to put them in hibernation, how to get them out of hibernation. It's a really, really nice video. Should I post an update video on my Constaneus? We love good content. Go for it. So this is one of our older setups. It's also still in an old color. There is some mold in the nest. So I might have to give them another nest. I hope that I still have some brown that I can keep the setup as is, because yeah, that would be cool. So probably these ants will also get an upgrade. I will subscribe to every YouTuber here. That's good. We need end content, people. Hello, Exotic House. Welcome to the stream. So yes, and if it's good content, please put your links in our Discord server, so that other people can also enjoy it. My Camponotus singularis colony is dying. The workers are crazy and die the next day. Does any know what it could be? In de Netherlands, groetjes van mij en mijn ouders. Oh, nou, groetjes terug. Yeah, Sunny and also has a YouTube channel. Okay, let's grab the next Hibernatus. And we're gonna... It is not going to be Camponotus. No Camponotus. If I tell you guys the Renaissance, do you guys remember what species it is? The Renaissance. Come on, guys. You don't know what the Renaissance are? Notice. Yes. The Notice. Did they have a die-off during the winter times? A little. It's Pheidole. Pheidole Notice. But the colony is looking good. Hey, Jupes, what's up? Can I see your harps? I just got a new colony with 40 workers. Well, that's bigger than mine then. Whoa, they are active. Yes, this is a very active species. Pheidole Notice. We got this colony from René and Sian. And they are just epic. Such an epic species. Did I miss the Lundii? No, not yet. My phone is charging so that I can take it off the charger so I can show the Lundii. So bear with me for a second. Hey, XX Gleam, what's up? So these girls are actually very, very hungry and very, very thirsty. So I am going to give them... What should we give them? Should we give them a red runner, or should we give them a small dubia? What do you guys think? Do you have any tips for Acromyrmex? I'm planning a video with them on... do I have a tip on Acromyrmex? Well, humidity up. If it's a small colony, place a small cup over it. And yeah, you can see a lot of information in the 100 days of Acromyrmex Lundii on my channel. So that's a nice video. And soon I'm going to make one for 1 year of Lundii. Red runner, dubia. Red runner, red runner. It's gonna be a red runner. Okay. I'm gonna put it in there in pieces already. One red runner is not gonna satisfy their appetite. Let's see the action. So there's actually a couple of parts in there. Am I making a mess? Yes, but this species is always a nest. Which nest is good for Camponotus maculatus? What's the colony size, Jordi? Because with maculatus, probably you can skip the small one, but I would go for a gypsum, probably a medium nest. Medium nest for Camponotus maculatus will be around 15 to 20 workers. Yeah, go for a medium. Medium gypsum. Whoa, I got some action in the background. It is twitching. These ants are very, very aggressive. Just so you know. Are they already drinking? Yep. But also, as you can see, they are very messy. But I do really like them. This is a colony that's not gonna leave the TCA compound. Being edited a video for 4 hours. Well, for me, it's editing is very simple. 1 hour for every minute. So for an 8-minute video that I normally go for, it's 8 hours of editing. And I'm not talking about filming and stuff. I'm talking about editing. On my species, bucket list is Paraponera clavata. Get all the temperatures and everything right, because mine is constantly eating her brood. So I am going to restrict the views on the clavata and on the bullants, on the Myrmecia. So I'm probably going to do clavata 1 week and then the bullants the other week, just to give them a better period of rest. Because yes, I love showing you guys all the stuff that we have, but it also needs to be in the interest of our ants. TCA, what's the best ant species for my second species? What's your first species? If it's not Nikos, go for Nikos. Nico aberrensis. You got Messor barbarus, go for Nico aberrensis. Do you also sell ants? No, Jordi, I do not sell ants. But sometimes I sell my private collection. But I do business with Ants Inc. Mania and with the Ant Merchant, and sometimes Ilias from Ilias Insects. So yeah. But I don't sell. I only sell my private colonies sometimes. So we have 2 eggs. That sounds funny. We have 2 eggs hibernators. So let's see how our fire ants are doing. To be honest, The fire ants, yesterday she was not looking too great. The queen. As you remember, she had a big die-off. So it's our Manica rubida. And they had a big die-off. So we had to put them in a new tube. And I put her into a flex starter. And there she is. Oh, that does not look very well. If I want to surprise my wife with a pink nest and outworld, can you arrange that? Yes. Pink is a color that I have in stock because, well, I have 2 daughters. So I cannot get the bright pink anymore. So it's like, do I have one here? No, it's not a bright pink. It's a nice pink. So that is not looking very well, guys. This might be the end of our Manica rubida. I don't see any movement. Do you? There's a gaster under her. Okay, I'm gonna twist the tube a little bit. See if she stretches her legs. I have a daughter, but she's still too young. Well, I have 2, and they are 7 and 9. And the one that it's 9 has her own pink setup that I'll show in a bit. But that's bright pink, but that's a color that's not available anymore. Yeah, I think this queen is not doing good. It looks like there is moisture in the nest. Well, yeah, they came out of the fridge, so the cotton can get very wet when it changes temperature. Yeah, it looks like she's gone. Guess I am going to need to get a new Manica rubida. So we have 1 queen down after hibernation. That's sad. Well, I am going to keep her around for a little bit. She still has workers. So I am going to prepare a small smiley tray with a little bit of food. Oh. What are all the numbers? What did I miss? Is it age? Is it age or what is it? What is the numbers? The Manica rubida are always making a mess, yeah. Hello, Tetra. Age. Okay, well. I am going to turn 40 this year. In August. Damn. Okay. Well, this is sad. Let's grab the last colony that came out of hibernation. And it's the biggest setup. which I still have to rebuild. Make some room first. She moved. Nah, they're pulling on her. Okay, I am gonna give her some peace and quiet. So, yeah, look at this setup. Do you guys remember what's in here? In a few days, Martin. I don't know when your birthday is. I need to find that out. By the way, guys, if you want to make a donation, you can use the Ko-fi link in the description. And the donations will go towards Polyrachus amata, which will be the next goal for the species. I am working on honeypots, but the weather is not on our side. No need. I am going to find out. Where are these live sessions announced? It's Sunday every Sunday at 8 o'clock for our Dutch people. So 8 o'clock every Sunday. Yeah, I really want Polyrachus amata. Well, most honeypots come out of the US, and it's also very bad weather there. So yeah. Do you guys already know what species is running around right in front of you? I know that I need to zoom in, but do you guys remember the setup? Because if you look at the insert, you can see that it's wood. You can twist it around a little bit. And you can see that they also have been living in here. There's a hole there. And there's a big hole over there. You guys remember? It is a campo, yeah. It is a campo. You have no clue. No, it's not Crematogaster. No. Lateralis! Yay! XX Gleam. Hey, Lindsay. It is lateralis. Let's grab this lid. And let's look at the good news, guys. Okay, let's get the lighting away from this a little bit. Wow. Let's put it like this. It's probably better. Or not. Damn it. Because we have brood in both chambers and in the hallway. There's brood. There's more ants. Oh, we got more brood. And do we have any more brood? Yep. More brood. Is this nest in the outworld? Yes. It didn't fit my fridge. So I disconnected the nest and put it in the outworld. So disconnector here should be here. So the nest was here. But yeah, I had to make some room for that they could fit in the fridge. So let's see if we can get some activity. This is a rock that I drilled a hole in, and I use it as a feeder. And they know it. So let's see if they're going to be finding it today. Do you need new sugars? Well, I tried your mixture one time, and to be honest, mixed response with the ants. But sure, I will advertise some of your sugars. What is your favorite Camponotus? Vagus. Camponotus vagus, really easy. It's the black queen that I showed before in the other wooden nest. So these ones are going to get a dubia. I don't have the space to put a big smiley tray, so I'm just going to put a dubia right here in the front. Cool, Dante. Okay, so we got a male dubia, so I'm going to cut off the wings first. There's no protein in the wings, and it always gave such a mess. So you are going to see some twitching. What's the Dutch word for dubia? If you go to a Dutch shop to buy them, they are just called dubias. Dubia roaches. Okay. So it's gonna rain some parts here in the front. See if we can get a response for these guys. I am getting a ton of messages. What is going on? What is happening? Okay. Nothing for you guys. So the first ant is checking it out. Please answer. Just 30 count as a founding stage? 30 what? 30 ants? No, you're past founding. You are past founding. Am I ever going to buy a new leaf cutter colony? Probably yes. Damn. 30 is like a toddler. Such a clean setup. It's the biggest mess there is, but yeah, no, it's good. But here, check the rock out. They're already drinking there. Is the feeding rock for sale? No. I can make you one if you want, Ramasbro. It's just a rock from my front garden that I drilled a hole in with a stone bit. And yeah, it's nothing special. It's like a slate like rock. So yeah. Okay, so those were all the ants back out of hibernation, and by the looks of it, we lost one queen. But one queen out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colonies, no, 11 colonies. It's not bad. What's in the rock? It's just some sugar water. It is cute, especially when you have like with this species. It doesn't really work, but if you have one that then you can color the gaster, it's really nice. How do you guys make sugar water? I actually have a short on it that you can make sugar water with powdered sugar and normal water. Do you make your own sugar water or do you buy it from an ant store? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I make my own with powdered sugar and water, but I also sometimes buy some nectar or other liquids from other shops just to mix it up a little bit. Because the sugar water with powdered sugar and water, it's only sugar. There's no other additives. Some additives are bad, some additives are good. So the sugar water that I'm using now is, I got it from you, Martin. It was by Formica, I think. Good luck, Blocks. Hey, Lindsay. Your YouTube channel is doing great. Yeah, I saw a lot of shorts of you, Matusli. The Manica rubida, the queen is probably dead. So I hope she still isn't. So I'm going to leave her alone for a sec. So you have to rewind the stream a little bit. It was like 5 to 10 minutes ago. Okay, but this means that it is time to get some of the other ants out. I saw a question, I don't remember from who, about the Hibernation venators. Should we start with the harps? Fire ants! Well, the Manica rubida are not doing great, so no fire ants today. By Formica sunburst. Okay, cool. Let's check this out. Oh, we got a few a few cocoons and hungry larvae because they have captured 2 red runners. As you guys might know, this setup is active. I put red runners in the outworld. They are just roaming. And when the harps need red runners or need food, they go into the outworld and hunt them down themselves. Sadly, I still don't have a good video on it. That's also because they do it a lot at night. So I tried something with some half lighting, but it's not really working. Do you have Hibernation Saltador? No. It is on the wish list, but I think it's on the wish list of 90% of ant keepers at the moment. So stock is low and the request is high, so they are very hard to get. And yeah, that's it. Where do you buy your insects? What do you mean, my feeder insects or my ants? Saltador can inbreed. Yeah, it's true. Mine did as well, Jubes. They covered it up, but then they they toned it down again. How do you manage the temperatures? The temperatures, I have 2 vivariums. So I have 2 heated cabinets where I keep all my ants, and they are both at 25 degrees. I bought some harps in December, still waiting. Okay. From a known store or from a scammer? Bye, Amatusli. Thank you for watching. Hello, very long name. Mano. Yeah, I'm not going for that. So, let's check out if we still have red runners in the outworld, else we're going to give them a couple. So, their outworld is just a jaw drinker and a rock, and under the rock, sometimes we have red runners. But as you can see, they caught them all. So, I'm going to grab some red runners and I'm going to put them in the world so that the harps can hunt them themselves. And this is just such an easy concept. And it works perfectly for this species. So, a couple of red runners in there. Give them water and yeah, you can just leave them alone for weeks if you want. You just have to make sure that the nest is wet. Where did you get your feeder insects? If you go to the Discord, I get them from Sam. He's in our Discord. He is also in the Ants Inc. Mania WhatsApp group. That's where I get my feeder insects. I get red runners and dubias from him and sometimes a few mealworms. But I don't really like mealworms. It's a lot of fat. It's not a lot of protein. Okay. Shall I bring out some good news? Oh, I forgot to make space. I always forget how big this setup is that I'm picking up now. So, getting the harps out of the way. Whee! Grabbing the diversa. I don't even have to take the lid off. You can see it right away. Brood! Yes, the diversa are back on track. We got brood again, guys. So a few weeks ago we had a lot of trouble. Most of the brood was gone. It was looking bad. And I decided to take out a lot of the majors. And as you can see, this was the right call. I can do the Lundii after this. My phone should be charged enough. And the Lundii are doing something funny. So, the viewer counts goes up and down and up and down. It's been to 40. It's dropped to 10. It's always the same. So there's already people that left that did like the video. Okay. I am going to cut up a few red runners and we are going to feed it to these guys. And I'll leave them in the background for a little. Something else I did, by the way, is that I stopped power feeding them. So I'm looking more at what they require than just dumping in food. I read somewhere that also when they have too much food, they are too busy with processing the food than taking care of the brood. So, okay. When is the best time to get Carebara diversa? Well, they come around the whole week, but how many hours a week do you spend on ant matters? Well, that's a tricky one, since I have a company that sells these setups. So yeah. Is the liquid feed a leak? You mean that it's leaking? No, the ants take water out and drop it on the floor, but it's not leaking. Okay, dropping in some red runners. Let's see if we can get some activity. But on feeding and stuff like that, I normally do it on Wednesday and on Sunday, and leaf cutters every day. So, yeah, I would say that I'm working on feeding them, 3 to 4 hours a week. But on setups and production, it's my job. I'm a house dad. I take care of my 2 kids. And next to that, I have the company, the crafting app. So, yeah. I saw a lot of people asking for the Lundiis. So let's start with the Lundiis. But this time, we're actually going to start at the fungus pot and end at the outworld. Because normally we do it the other way around. So, we're going to start at fungus pot number 2. Which is looking pretty sad. Remember that it was almost up to the top on this side and almost full over there. Well, this side it's crashing. Is this bad? No. There is still a nice amount of brood. Or a fungus. The other pod, it's going up and down. It's not bad. It's not good. Yeah. There's also some fungus in the piping. As you can see, the numbers are still humongous. As you can see, I gave them rose petals. And there is a lot of ants everywhere. And yes, the lighting is back. Just look at the amount of ants. It's nuts. That's completely filled. Why? I don't know. Oh, okay, they're also building fungus in there. Sure, why not? Sorry, I have to dodge your microphone. Ants, 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 ants. Watch out, some big ants in the background. And we got fungus in the tube. But you know where we also got fungus? In the outworld. And not just a little bit. Look at it. That's already a big pile of fungus. So is the room hot? Yes, it's been hot. The printers have been running 24/7. So I got a lot of heat from the printer. So the vivariums are not doing a lot. So the room temperature here now is 23 degrees, which they really like. And they can get a lot of the humidity from the food. As you can see, they have rose petals, but the green over there are peas. So they get a lot of humidity from the peas. You can see that we have some condensation here. So the humidity inside this outworld is also very high. So now they are also growing a fungus here. Okay, what type of 3D printers do you use? Do you have? A black one. When did you see the Queen the last time? Ooh, 3/4 of a year ago, probably. Yeah. No, but Gert, I use Bamboo Labs. I do not understand this. Do they or what? Okay, so in the bottom you can see rose leaves and you can see peas on the floor. What they actually do is they take the peas and the rose petals, take it to their fungus. They have some fungus here, but the main fungus is in that chamber over there. This is probably the chamber where the queen is. What they do is they make pulp out of the leaves, and then they actually put the pulp on the fungus, and the fungus grows. The ants themselves eat a little bit of the fungus, but the pupae eat a lot of the fungus. The ants also drink the water that comes from the leaves that also has some protein in it. So, yeah. But what's special now is that this is a colony with a lot of workers and not so much fungus. That's what Acromyrmex Lundii are known for. Do you have plans for a bigger 3D printer? No, I am not buying a bigger one. The size that I have is good enough. Some of you guys might have seen it, but I did buy a bigger laser cutter because bigger nests are not necessary. Now that we have the XL nest, you can just attach more XL nests to each other. So we don't need bigger 3D prints for that. Did I miss the Marauders? A little. But the brood is very good. Where are the ants originated from? I mean, in the wild. I think this colony comes... Is it from... It's not Peru. So if you have South America, it's from the north. That region. Acromyrmex Lundii. So it's South America, but from the northern countries. Can I see it, the printer? No. Nope. I am not showing my production room because all printers are running and there's just, it's company secrets that are over there. So I get that question more often about my printers and files and settings and stuff like that. But I'm a company, so no, I cannot show you that. Sorry. Okay, now I want to show you guys something epic. I really want to show you guys something epic because I have a species that I really, 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 really like. And we got them in the stream 2 weeks ago. And look at the color of this setup. Galaxy green. get custodians. They're nice. So these are Metallicas, and we got eggs, and we got cocoons, and we also have larvae. But as you can see, the nest color kind of matches their own color. Look at that green shimmer on them. To be honest, guys, this is a small nest, so these ants are pretty tiny. No, these ants are tiny. They're 5 millimeters at most, but they look really cool. What is the stringies? It's cocopede. Is that what you mean? The substrate, it's cocopede. I actually got this colony from Ninuturu, or in the Dutch court also known as Woestijnraad. And I'm so happy with them. Look at that brood. The pile of eggs right there. Come on, focus. What are you doing? Wow, look at that queen. Holy smokes. So, yeah, very happy with this species. Now, if you want to see a colony that was captured, well, not by me, but by my daughters, give me 1 second. Are these bull ants? Nope, they are not bull ants. Okay, now they're starting to drag the cocoons into the connector. So I am going to look at that color, though, of the nest also. By the way, guys, if you want custom colors, there are some possibilities. But prices of filaments can be different because this is a very expensive filament. It's way more expensive. And also there's additional production time. And I cannot give you the guarantee that later on I can get the same color again, which I can say from the standard colors because I buy them in bulk. So when color runs out or something, I make sure that I can still supply you with peace for a certain amount of time. So that's why those are the 3 rules. So, got your sunglasses ready? Yodi, you still here? This is my daughter's setup, but this is bright pink. Sadly, I cannot get this color anymore because it was also a really nice color. So this is the setup for my daughter. And this is a queen that she captured in our backyard. So this is a Lasius Niger colony. And as you can see, we have a healthy pile of brood. Which is nice. I'm not going to feed them because my daughter fed them this afternoon. She was like, Daddy, today I want to feed my ants. Well, okay, they're your ants. Can you custom print emojis or signs on the nest and outworlds? Yes, we do engravings. We do engravings on the outworlds, but if you want something on the nest, we can work something out. So one of the engravings is like this. Oh wait, I'll grab the villosa. This one is a bit damaged. How do you know when to hydrate this white tongue nest? With white tongue, you can see that the bottom is changing color a little bit. Are you from the Netherlands? Yes, I am. With gypsum, it is easier because, it's easier, but it's kind of the same. You can see that this is very white, and in the bottom now it's gray. White is dry, gray is wet. Are you from Amsterdam? No, I'm from the far side of the country. I live near the German border, so. I'm sorry, Ebola. When should I bring my Messor barbarus out of hibernation? I'm in the UK. Depends when you put them in there. Why are you ignoring my comments? Dude, are you checking how many comments there are? I'm sorry, Noah. I remember that colony. I saw the video, and the last time I saw them, they were so small. Yes, they are growing pretty fast. Venlo, no, but you don't have to guess where I'm from. I might be going to Vietnam this year, and I'm going to get me some awesome ants. Cool. I put them in hibernation early November because I think the standard time for hibernation for a Messor barbarus is around 3 months. You're in the wrong channel, Hi-Fi, for those kinds of questions. Okay, next up, Monomorium. Hey, and jumps. Bye, Sunny. Do you have Camponotus maculatus? Nope, I do not. Terrarium wildlife. You're welcome. Monomorium. We still have a lot of ants to do, and we've already been talking for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Damn. Monomorium, guys, I still don't know what to do with this colony. Help me out. Help me out. Bye, Mark. I'll talk to you later. So, Monomorium subopacum. The tube is still full, but they are also starting to make a room in the connector, which is not very handy because if I want to connect something, I need to open up this connector. So, yeah, we need to figure something out on that. But happy ants. They are making quite a mess. So, yeah. Let's get them some water, some sugar water. Got the sunglasses. By the way, guys, you always get the question like, do you test your stuff? Yes. In the back there, you can see that there is a full green micro tray. There's no black sunglasses. That is actually a testing smiley tray. Testing if it works. Pallidula. This is not pallidula. This is Monomorium subopacum. So let's give them some red runners. Red runners. What was that? What's at the end of the bottle? That's a creation from our friend Martin. And yeah, it is. It's not a real syringe or something, but it is. Yeah, a plunger or some sorts. Get a large tub ready. Put the setup in a tub. Open the connector. Yeah, no. It's gonna be fine. Another trick is I can also use a straw and just blow the eggs out of the connector before using it. You can buy these bottles on Amazon. Well, maybe I should get some because I have a type that looks like it, which I use for lubricating my printers. So if you guys are interested in this kind of bottle, I can supply those. Okay, I'm just going to drop in some red runners at random because it's already a mess. Okay, I need to drink something. I've been talking so much. Help him out, Martin. I'm about to upload. Well, cubes. Make sure that you have it ready in about 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And everybody can watch the video after the stream is done. Look at the reaction at the red runners, guys. Yeah, that's so cool. By the way, guys, we still have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 6. We still have to do 15 colonies. We have so many colonies now. Half of them are out of hibernation. So, Monomorium subopacum. Hello, Kirk. What's up? On to the next. It's time for Rita. Rita. Do you still make funny smiley trays? Yes. Because, well, sometimes you have to make yellow stuff. Yes, somebody requested some yellow smiley trays. Can I make them? Of course. Do I want some? Of course. How many colonies do you have? 32. 32 colonies, 29 species. I do have to say that I want a few less colonies, but it's so hard to get rid of them. It's so hard to say, okay, I want to get rid of this colony or that colony or whatever. I just now saw that I gave you a completely empty outworld. Oh, well, there was one. And apparently the barrier is gone. You get back in there, please. Yes. Okay. So there was one running outside of the outworld, but it's back. Shall we check the nest? Ooh, boy. Oh, there's gonna be an explosion. Look at that brood, guys. Damn. This is Camponotus, and then, well, a subspecies. Because there was a big debate on it being Camponotus irritans or not. I am still calling them irritans a lot. But it's very hard to say which species it actually is. So at the moment, we are quite positive that it's probably not irritans. More brood than ants. Well, there's still some ants here, but also more brood there. The queen is over there, trying to hide. But it is looking very healthy. Damn. Mages are cool. But they don't really have humongous mages. It's just a big queen there, but yeah, the season is gonna be nuts, but I don't really. If this is gonna explode, where am I gonna put them? My girlfriend is already annoyed by the amount of ants that I have. Because I need to expand the leafcutter setup. I need to. Are those carpenter ants? These are Camponotus ants, yes. Viv number 3. I have an idea, but I don't have the space. So I might need to make something custom. But yeah, third Viv. You're building a new room. Yeah, we also have Stefan that wants to borrow a lot, so then I don't really have to get rid of them. I'm just lending them out. Okay. Irritans going back. We are done with one vivarium. Holy smokes. So, what do you want to see? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to grab the flex starter. We're going to do a couple of small colonies really quick. So we got 2 flex starters. Maybe an idea for a tutorial how you made an adapted vivarium. It's on there. It's a IKEA cabinet that I changed into a vivarium. You can find it on the YouTube channel. So we have our new setups. You know them. These are our new flex starters. So let's check them out. First up is our split off of the Tetranatus. So this is Monomorium bicarinatum. You promised an extended stream. Well, we still have a whole vivarium to do, and we are already at 1.5 hours. So don't worry too much, Ebola. Did you cover the Memecia yet? There's no Memecia on this stream today because I need to give her some peace and quiet. And I can show you the setup that they're going to be in. But as you can see, we have brood, which is very nice. Oh, you can also see the queen, by the way. The queen is in the front. That's funny. Okay, let's give this some food. I had to make some other smileys, so I also now have some blue metallic smileys. People always ask me, how do I get these? Well, you can ask for custom colors if you want, but also with every order you get a few smileys. The bigger the order, the more smileys you get. Well, Lex, the Mimesia is just something else, and also price-wise. And since it was a gift, I really want to take really good care of them. So yeah. Yep, the flag starter also in red. There we go. So these are actually split-offs of the Tetramorium bicarinatum, the large nest. And yeah, these ones are I'm going to sell or give away or whatever. I have to check later on. So let's put them back in. And this should be their other colony. Yeah, so this is another split-off. Also with brood and 2 queens. I had to change the setup of the Tetranatus, and I could just grab some of the queens out of the outworld. So that was handy and quick, and I can make some people happy with this inbreeding species. There's actually 2 queens running around in the flag starter. They just now ran back into the tube. They're back there now, but they were... Oh, one is still in there. That's a queen. Going into the tube right now. That's a queen. So, also fed. Next up, Camponotus forelli. And they have brood, but they also have an almost empty tube. So, let's see the strength of the flag starter. You grab an extra tube. You put some water in it. You grab some cotton. By the way, guys, do you want me to put cotton balls on the website or not? Never thought of that, but if you guys want, I can put cotton balls on the website. And there we go. Tube. So this has a plug in it. You just take it out. It's a flexible bit. You put the tube on it. The big tube goes on to the second rim of the connector. As you can see, the smaller tube is on the first one. This one is on the second one. If you have a really small one, like with this scutellaris, you can actually put it on the inside. So these are the smaller. These tubes are the tubes that we use for the double drinker. But they fit on the inside. So you can have 3 different sizes of tubes on this connector. You said, Forelli, you can't get them here. Oh. Wish I could sell you these. So they are already exploring the other tube, which is cool. I'm going to grab a smiley to give them something. By the way, guys, I said it before a little bit early in the stream, but I want to know your opinions. Because I am thinking of slowing down on showing the Messor and the clavata. So I am thinking of doing 1 week clavata, 1 week polyformis. Get back here. Did you see it? Sneaky, sneaky. Went back in though. So I think I'm going to show the clavata this week, and then I'll show the polyformis next week, and then just mix that up. Okay, let's put them back in the stacker. Put this one to the side. Grab the next one. Holy smokes. Okay. The pallidula are still in the completely dried out tube. And I didn't put a sleeve on it. Hopefully, I was hoping that they would move. So let's see how they are doing under the sleeve. Oh, okay. Well, they put brood there, but not just a little bit, not all of it. So hopefully they're going to move to this tube that actually has water in it. But we are getting to a stage where the corridor is too small. So looking at this, I am not going to open this up. I am going to expand the setup, but I'm not going to do that in the stream. So probably next week, you're going to see a bigger setup on the pallidula. Which is cool because it was a colony that was gifted to us. So, yeah, quite handy, the stacker. Yeah, well, this is the tower where you can stack them in. If you buy, this is a queen tube room, but if you buy the flex starter, if you buy 5, you get a free tower. So, let's see how this one is doing. It's the drop tails, and it's still not looking good. They have been eating, but there's no brood. Not sure what to do with these beautiful drop tails. What do you think, guys? The species is unknown. I've been giving them different kinds of food and different kinds of sugar, but no response. They are at 25 degrees, but they are from Africa. So 25 should be okay. It can also be a little bit extra. So yeah. The tower, yes, it holds queen tube rooms. Yes, it does. You do have to watch out that it doesn't tip over. That's why I keep the queen tube rooms in the bottom. And if you have one in the bottom, it cannot tip over anymore. Okay. on to the next. Shall we check out the queen tube room? Because in the queen tube room, we have, or Colobopsis, we have a worker. We have a worker. How cool is that? You can see that that the worker is holding an egg, and that there's a couple of eggs. Oh, we have a worker. Haha. I need to send Ilias a message later this evening. Colobopsis. Very nice. Very nice. I need to make some notes because I'm going to forget stuff. I need to make some notes. So the pallidula, too big. Pallidula expand. And then we have the Colobopsis. We need to film this. Hey, it's Eds. Woo! Ed, what's up? But this is a very small amount of brood, yes, but this is a not very well documented species. We don't know much about them yet. And it was a gift from Ilias Insects, and he says, well, I can hope that you can get them going. The special thing about them also is that the eggs are reddish, which is also a bit weird because most eggs are not that color. Damn, but that worker is not is a pretty young worker. Just look at the color. That is so cool. Nice. Okay. I didn't have to feed her a lot because as far as we know, she is claustral. But now we have a worker, which means protein time. Oh, I'm very happy with this colony. So again, this was a thank you from Ilias because I bought the Lundii and the clavata from him, and I made advertisement for him, and he was like, but I didn't pay you for any of the advertisement. And I was like, no, if you have good ants, I will buy them and I will make advertisement for you. And he was like, well, I want to give you a small gift. So he gave me this Colobopsis, which was cool. Very cool from him. Okay, on to the next. A little bit less interesting. We got some more tiny devils. Crematogaster scutellaris, which I got as a gift from the ant merchant, together with the forelli. But to be honest, this queen will be leaving us. I traded it for another species, but I just the weather hasn't allowed it to be shipped yet. How do you get through only checking on your ants every week? I have so many ants that I have enough species that I can check on a lot, that I can leave the other ones alone. By the way, Neoponera australis is for sale. Did you know? Nope. Don't know the species as well. Need to check that out. Thanks to this channel, I know Ilias insects, and so I bought my leaf cutters. Cool. Well, that's... Did you tell him? That's always good advertisement. Nah, Ilias is a great guy. If you have questions, you can ask him everything. Also, though, he has a WhatsApp group that you can be a part of, where there's tons of information. If you have any doubts on your colony, you ask it there. There's a lot of people trying to help you out. If you have problem with your fungus, there is people that will donate fungus. I mean, I have donated fungus as well. I had a colony, some guy across the border in Germany was having some problem with his fungus. So I donated a cup of fungus to him just to keep his colony going. And well, my colony is big enough, so it's very cool to have this kind of community. Gamigates only. Might be bigger as Paraponera. Damn. Should we get some Epicans out? I think it's time for the cigar factory. What do you guys think? For those who don't know, the cigar factory is one of my favorite colonies. It is Neoponera villosa. And they are also called hairy panther ants. And they just look stunning. Just look at this. We are going to be live feeding them in a minute. If you don't like that kind of content, this is the time to leave. Because, talking about decorations. So this is one of the engravings. So you can have engravings on your outworld. It has it on both sides. And there is a section on the if you go to outworlds, there's outworlds engravings, and you can purchase this. I really need to go to Ilias one time. I really want to go. But Ilias is just such an epic guy. Hello, Tube. Okay, let's check on the cigars. It's a bit of condensation there, but you can see I'm not even able to count them anymore. So many cocoons. Oh, and there's another one in the making right there. And I saw some eggs over there. The Merchants of Death, yeah. We got larvae and eggs over there. We got more larvae over there and more eggs and some springtails. So this colony the nest is a little bit big for them, but I had to show you guys the Excel nest, of course, with one of my own setups. But as you can see, they are doing a really good job at trying to fill it up as soon as possible. These are Neoponera villosa, also known as Texas bullet ants. Are they real bullet ants? No, they are not real bullet ants, but they were named Texas bullet ants. We call them the cigar factories because they pump out a lot of cocoons. And, well, we think they look like cigars. It's a bit hard to see at the moment, but there should be, you can see a pile of eggs in the bottom there. How big do these colonies get? I think a couple of thousand, that they can get pretty big, actually. I just love watching them spin. I need to add some more substrate real soon, because most of the stuff that's lying here is just carcasses of, well, red runners. So, talking about carcasses of red runners, I am going to live feed these ants. They get some live red runners, and they will hunt them and sting them and drag them into the nest. So if you don't like this content, it is time to leave. How long have you had these ants? Ooh, this colony I've had for quite a long time now. The villosas, more than a year. I got them from Stein, from the ant merchant. It was his private colony. And at first it was to borrow, just to make an epic setup for them. But then when I hit 1K subscribers, he was really happy with the content that I also, well, the advertisement that I made for them, that they gifted me this colony as a gift for hitting 1K. And yeah, that's epic. So we got around 10 live red runners that I am going to... Villosas average about 500 workers. Okay. Well, we still have a few to go then. So I am dropping in a couple of live red runners. One jumped out of the box. And they are going to be hunted. One red runner jumped over the outworld. Got it. You don't want red runners running around in your house. They are a pest. That's some action. Yeah, those red runners are doomed. I couldn't find anything but 6mm crickets, 25 degrees. They slaughtered them in less than 2 minutes. They are bananas. Okay. Wow, the clavatas outside of the nest. We still need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colonies. 6 colonies. Damn. Thing that people forget about the Neoponera villosa is that they are solo hunters. So they don't hunt in packs. And because this is for them a confined space, it is actually not that easy to hunt. Does it mean that it's bad for them and that they are not able to kill them? Nah. But normally they will solo hunt. And also, if they get stung, it takes some time for the neurotoxin to work. So it might be that they've already been stung and been released again. So oh, that one is... Yeah, that's done. It got stung by multiple at the same time. Unlike Tetraponera pack hunters. Yeah, should we get the Rufinegros out? Or do you want to continue watching the villosas? both. I don't have the space. Because I already have a second vivarium, I don't have enough space to put everything on screen. Well, I can, but I have to put the diversa away. Let's do that. So, hello, Sean. Yep. The Rufa nigra. They are pack hunters, but this colony, the amount of workers is just too small to give them live prey at the moment. Look at the brood. When you're gonna offer that XL jaw drinker? XL jaw drinker? What do you mean, XL jaw drinker? You want bigger bottles, or what do you mean? Not sure what you mean, Ebola. More than 14. Yeah, I need to add them to the shop. I also have 26 now. So if you want some 26s, let me know. I just need to add them to the shop. I have a couple of them just on testing if everything would fit, and it fits. So you can use the same foot, but they're just way bigger. Does that even fit in the Outworld? Yes, Lynn. It's this one. That's a 26. Want me to grab one? Okay, let's start with this is a 7. $14. $26. So the 26s only fit in a large Outworld. But so you want me to add them? I'll add them tonight. Yeah, so 7, 14, 26. And we still have 5, but it's... Do I have a 5 here? Is this a 5? No. I don't have a 5 here, but... Drinkers are one of the things I put somewhere and forget where I put them. Right now, my Neoponera finish a 14 daily. Oh, damn. That's big. Okay. Well, I am going to put the Ruth and Nigra back. Let's grab these. Take these out of the way. I'm going to leave the Villosas there. Let's make a nice shot. Because I was debating, and I think that these ants, the denticulata, are just mini Villosas. Look at this epic cigar factory. Queen was right there. There's the queen. Still have no idea how I am gonna move that colony, to be honest. But they really need to move. Keep stuffing dead workers in the only tube they have from section to section. Oh, damn. Both of them are mini clavatas. Well, I don't have a big clavata colony yet, so... I got my... You got them in the wood insert. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. We still have water. Let's give them some red runners. Where's the box? There's the box. Hey, Yodi. You missed... Did you miss the pink setup now? By the way, Lynn, the Metallicas, I'm really just in love. I'm sure I'm gonna have the same thing with the Polyformes, but I have to be patient with that. But no, the pink setup, Yachty. I can grab them in a second. How long from larvae to cocoon? Oh, damn. What was it again? Whoa, I think it's about 2 months. I think it's about 2 months, 2.5 months. They are just epic. I really like the denticulata. I'm not sure how long they're gonna stay at the channel because it's a borrowed colony from the ant merchant. And content-wise, yeah, they're kind of done. But I really like them. I would like to have another colony of these again because they are just way cheaper than the Villosas, and yeah, they're really cool. Hey, Yachty. Sunglasses. This is bright pink. Sadly, I cannot get this color anymore. So the pink that I have now is less bright, but this is my daughter's setup. Bright pink. So it has a Lasius Niger in there. Okay, on to the next. Over 2 hours of streaming already. Damn. And just located 3 jaw drinkers. Nice. What is the difference between a 1H and a 3H? It's the amount of connection ports. The 1H has 1 connector port and the 3H has 3 connector ports. So this is a 1H, so you have 1 port for expansion, and then this is a 3H. It has 3 ports for expansion. So it really depends on what your needs are. Are you kind of connected to a complete other setup? Then you can use this one and just connect from there. The 3H can be your setup. So that's kind of the difference. Price difference, this one is €1 more because, well, there's more work in it and some extra bolts. But yeah, that's the difference between the 1H and the 3H. Okay, back to Tetramorium bicarinatum. And then look at that brood. They are back. The Tetranators. We from the Time Continuum Agency are trying to figure out what the Tetranators are doing in our world. We now have them contained in this orange setup. Tetras do what Tetras do. It's always the same with these nutballs. But at least they are bouncing back, because remember that this colony was 3 large nests big. And then we had the huge die-off. Okay, these are actually going to get a dubia. Because I am losing so many dubias. I don't have a lot of big colonies anymore, so most of the dubias just die. In the breeding process. And I paid good money for them. Tetramorium bicarinatum. And we also, from this colony, we have the 2 split-offs that are now in the flex starters. By the way, on the flex starters, I also get the question, can you connect it to other setups? Yes, you can. Buy an H to tube connector, and you can tube connect it to whatever brand you want. But it's not with the kit. You have to buy it separately on the website. Okay. On to the next. Picking up the pace a little bit, if you guys might have noticed. We have there's a single queen in here. If I'm correct, it is... What's again? Camponotus Fetchinkoi. And we have eggs. We have eggs. Where did you buy your bullet ants? I got my Parapanera clavata from the from Ilias Insects. Then I have the Texas bullet ants, which are not real bullet ants, but they come from the ant merchant. And I got the bull ants from Ninituru. Still nuts. Still nuts. Did you show the nodas already? Yes, I did, but I can grab them again in the end if you want. I'm very happy with this one. So I'm going to put this queen back in the corner. She was not in the tower because I wanted to give her some extra peace and quiet. And apparently it helped. Why do you need to hibernate the nodas? Because the nodas come from around Japan, where they have winters. So hibernation is very simple. Just look at where the ants are coming from. Do they have winters there? Then they need hibernation. I am still debating if I should move them out of this nest because I'm not happy with the fungus growth. That the nest is a little bit too big doesn't bother me that much, but I don't like the color of the insert. So I think I might need to give them another nest. By the way, the mold can be a side effect of me giving them a too big of a nest. So yeah, might be my fault. Kind of need an in-between nest between a small and a medium. It depends. If you take with the teardrop, it's quite a step. But if you take a large gypsum, it's not. How often do you feed a colony with 4 to 10 workers? It's not about the amount of workers, it's about the species also. Also, TCA should order this week for my really big order. Well, go for it, dude. I just expanded my production, so I should be able to handle it. And in between nests for a large and a medium. Well, you can also always add a second medium, but it is exactly twice the size in ground size, and it's about 2 1/4 times the inside. No, but it's way too small colony yet, Matthias. Okay, on to the next. No more red runners in the outworld, guys. Check out the Villosa's house. Okay, so we are going to take a quick peek at the clavata. The clavata, I see that she needs some new water. That one is almost empty. We can fix that. I also see that the outworld is pretty dry, so I'm gonna fix that up a little bit. I also see that we have no more, at least I don't see any springtails. Let's check the nest, guys. Do we have eggs or do we have something extra? We got eggs and more eggs, but that's it. Damn it. Ah. One second. I am going to give her a bigger water tower. Do you think add an substrate to the... She took it all out. There was substrate in the nest, but she took it all out. How often do you feed her? 2 or 3 times a week. Should I feed her more? See if we've got some springtails left in this. Nope, this culture is very, very dead. Kind of forgot to get to give the springtails anything to eat. Yeah, every 2 days or so. Yeah. Are there springtails in the nest? And how much should I give them, Lynn? Because I give them, I give her one big red runner. This is Paraponera clavata. sugar water. Well, then I don't give her enough sugar water, I can tell you that. Should I give her an epic smiley tray then? Yeah, we had one larvae, but please answer. But what do you think? How often should I feed my Camponotus brasiliensis colony with 4 to 10 workers? 2 times a week. 2 times a week, and take it away if it's too much. Protein, cut up half a big red runner, should be fine every 4 days. She has no larvae. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna put her back. So from now on, I'm not gonna show her every week. I will be moving it around with other species. Okay, that means that we have had all the colonies. Are there any colonies that you would like to see again? Oh yeah, the Nodus. The Pheidole Nodus. Back out of hibernation. Give them some extra water. The Metallicas. Yeah, we can give them a fast look. Oh my, we're already at 2 hours and 24 minutes. Damn, guys. I need to work tomorrow. What's my boss gonna say? That's my kids, so tomorrow my kids are the boss. Lynn, this is so epic. Just check out the color on this nest. And then check out the color on these ants. Pretty dang close. So with the Metallicas, I am going to end off the stream. Do you have a Myrmecia? Yes, but we are not going to be looking at them this week. We have Piriformis. Okay, I am going to grab the phone stand, flip the camera, as usual. Well, guys, why is my chat not working anymore? Okay, I have to look at the screen. I don't want to show all the junk in the background. You can see that I stopped painting in the top there. Frequently showing on the streams. Yeah, Lynn, I'm gonna do 1 week clavata, the other week piriformis, I think. What do you think of that suggestion? It's annoying. I sorry guys, I missed a lot of the stream because of the chat not working on my phone anymore. The marauders were in the background for a long time, so you can watch the back if you want. What nest is that? For the one from the clavata, that is the small nest with the normal gypsum insert, not the teardrop, the normal gypsum insert. Oh, you probably mean that one. This is the small nest with a medium outworld, but this is a custom color. Coming soon to stream near you. Same X, same channel. Yes, I have a Mamicia colony, but no, I'm not showing them today because it is just one worker and eggs. Well, one queen, one worker and eggs. So, again, thank you all for joining. It was a long stream of 2.5 hours. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this next week because, well, all ants are out of hibernation, but I am going to say goodbye to some ants, but I don't know when and how fast that will go, so we'll see that next Sunday. Yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, check out the website, join us on Discord, and of course, I'll see you next time at the Crafting Ant.